It was a calm and sunny afternoon when Marcus, a hard-working ranch owner, decided to take out his boat for a ride. His ranch stretched over hundreds of acres, filled with horses, cattle, and wide-open fields that touched the horizon. At the back of his land was a natural creek that flowed directly into the lake. Marcus loved the water; it reminded him of his childhood fishing trips with his father. So that day, he set out in his boat, enjoying the breeze, the sound of the water splashing against the hull, and the peace that came with owning a piece of land connected to nature. But peace never lasts long when prejudice is watching. As soon as Marcus's boat floated into the open lake, members of the local homeowners association noticed him. They weren't used to seeing a black man out on the water unless he was working for someone else. Their eyes narrowed, whispers turned into complaints, and then into shouts across the shore. They waved their arms, demanding he leave at once. Marcus, calm as ever, explained from his boat, "This creek connects directly to my property. I have the right to be here." But the HOA members weren't satisfied. They wanted control. They wanted to make him feel unwelcome. And so, with anger and entitlement in their voices, they called the police. Minutes later, squad cars pulled up near the marina. Officers approached, expecting to find a trespasser. Instead, they found Marcus, polite, confident, and prepared. He handed over his ranch documents and explained how the creek flowed directly into the lake. The officers reviewed the papers, confirmed his story, and told the HOA that Marcus was well within his rights. The HOA members were furious. They wanted him gone. But the law wasn't on their side. So they shouted, argued, and stomped away, while Marcus simply smiled, thanked the officers, and returned home. He knew in his heart this wasn't the end of it. Marcus had faced challenges like this before. He knew what it felt like to be judged not for his character, but for the color of his skin. Yet he also knew the power of patience, strategy, and quiet revenge. Weeks passed. Rumors spread through the community that the marina, the prized access point to the lake, the place the HOA depended on for their boats, fishing, and leisure, was up for sale. And then came the announcement that stunned them all. A new owner had purchased it. The new owner was Marcus. When the HOA members confronted him, angry and desperate, Marcus didn't yell. He didn't argue. He simply said, "You tried to keep me out of this lake. Now, you'll have to come through me to get into it." The words cut deep. The same people who once treated him like an outsider were now dependent on him for their access to the water. Some lowered their heads in shame, others looked at him with quiet resentment, but no one could deny the truth. Marcus had turned the tables with intelligence, wealth, and patience. From that day on, Marcus enjoyed his boat rides without disturbance. He would sit in his boat, the sun shining on the lake, and smile to himself. Because what he had proven was bigger than a single boat ride. He had proven that real strength doesn't always come from fighting back with anger. Sometimes it comes from waiting, from planning, and from turning someone's cruelty into your own opportunity. Marcus showed them that dignity, intelligence, and quiet power will always win over hate. And as the water rippled behind his boat, the message was clear: respect cannot be denied when it is earned, and true power speaks the loudest in silence.